law firm, the Scagnelli law firm. I wasn't too creative.
Not met.
Yeah, you're on. You're good.
Okay.
Where's the law firm located?
You're
48
representing,
Columbia Street, Albany, 12207.
swear him in first, or I'll lie about where it's located.
Well, we can. Would you please stand and take the oath while you stand or stand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the information you are about to give will be given accurately and truthfully to the best of your ability to do so?
I do affirm.
Okay. And you are representing the Fahey's?
Yes, that would be, actually, it's Mark Wright
Mark Wright.
and his wife Kathleen Fahey.
Okay.
So, Mr. Wright and Ms. Fahey bought 22 Amity Point Court last year amidst the COVID shutdown. And attached to the grievance form, you will find the closing disclosure. Okay? If you have it in front of you, if not, I have a spare copy.
When did they purchase it again?
It was
31120.
3/11/20. Let me get my cheaters out.
You mind? All done.
All right, so, and if you look at page of the closing disclosure, if you look at page 3 of 5, it says summaries of transactions.
Hold on a second.
Take your time.
Summaries of transactions. Yeah.
All right, at the top, it says 440, sale price of property, $440,000. So what we're asking for, and the equalization rate for the town of Clifton Park per the assessor's roll is 0.51, right?
Yep.
So if we, and maybe some of you remember the Beverly Hillbillies, Jethro Bodine's math, not plus not.
They're too young if they don't remember.
All right, so 440,000 times 0.51 gives you a result of 224,400 assessed value. And it is currently assessed at 280,000, which is roughly a full market value of 560, right? So all I'm asking for is adjust the assessed value to the purchase price of $440,000, which again, if, you know, at 0.51%.
What's the $19,043.80 difference between the borrowing and the closing?
Well, they would, if you look, if you get the breakdown, those are the closing costs. So, but the contract price was $440,000. He borrowed.
$459.
No, he borrowed $352,000.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. And that's on page 1 of 5. Shows you.
So it's right down.
He mortgaged $352,000. The purchase price is $440,000. The total closing cost to my client for the transaction was $14,380. You'll find that at the bottom of page 2 of 5. And they delineate that out. And if any of you have purchased real estate and gotten a mortgage in the last 15 years, you understand they nickel and dime you. For example, an administrative fee. Now, what does that mean? They just want to take, in this case, they took $645, float down option fee. I'm a lawyer, I don't know what that means. $250. Lender document preparation, okay, they had to type up some documents. 140, and on and on and on. And that's all delineated to answer your question, Mr. Keegan. That's how the $14,000 breaks down.
Can you tell me, if they bought it in 20,
March 11, 20.
was the house on the market for a long time?
Have no clue and, you know,
So you don't know what the circumstances were surrounding the sale?
it was, other than it was an arm's length sale, there was a purchase and sale contract. I do know that it was not a foreclosure, it was not it wasn't a short sale, nothing like that.
Is there a possibility that it may have been a distress sale
No,
due to the pandemic, and then that was a result in a lower price than what would
No.
normally have been?
no,
Do you know what the house had previously sold for?
not off the top of my head. And there isn't much on the top of my head.
We're all getting there. So I'm trying to determine is what were the circumstances behind?
No, it was not a distressed sale, it was a market value, as of March 11th, 2020, it reflected the full market value of a 4-bedroom, living room, dining room, kitchen, single-family residence with 4,000 square feet.
I'm familiar with the neighborhood, and 440 seems low, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying that's not the price it goes for, that seems to be, that's what they pay, that's what they pay. But my experience in that neighborhood and being on this board for the past 20 years, that price seems or appears low.
Well,
And I'm questioning about what other factors may have gone into the
Well, I
sale of
would
that
point,
property.
okay. What else do you want to know?
Well,
Or what else were you
well,
gonna
it
say?
doesn't
I'll
sound like you
respond.
have, well, the question I'm asking is primarily has to do with the sale and what happened surrounding the sale, whether it was a distress sale by the previous owner who would maybe had a reason to wish to leave the park quickly and was interested in motivating. Maybe
It was not a distressed sale.
They been on the market for 2 years and they wanted to,
It was not on the market. for
but we
2
don't know that for certain, do we?
Based upon my interview with my client, it was not a the question, the analysis I did was, was it your brother-in-law that sold the house? No. Was the house in foreclosure? No. Was, was it a handyman special? No. I will point out to you that the bank loaned him $352,000.
Sure.
Right, so, I mean, they're not in the habit of selling, or mortgaging homes that are not worthy of the value.
True, but at the same time, if the bank looks at it and says, hey, this house is worth $550, but they're only asking $440, the bank's gonna be very forthcoming in giving a loan.
I think they would, my experience in doing real estate closings, they would be very concerned if the house were subpar value. Because, in other words, if a house were on the market as you are concerned about, 2 years, there are squirrels living in the chimney, the plumbing is no good, banks aren't too quick to give loans, particularly in this post-crash era. They're very careful about, so I think that would have been borne out by the appraisal. I would submit to you that this was not a distressed sale in any way imaginable.
So you mentioned, if you don't, that's fine, but you mentioned an appraisal. Is there an appraisal? Or?
I don't have it. The banks typically get it appraised and they tell the borrower, thank you for, what.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. And did they charge him for an appraisal fee? I bet you they did.
I mean, the problem I have is that without the preponderance of proof on your part to show us, I mean, it's your responsibility to show us that this house, aside from your word, that it was a fair market value.
Well, I'm not giving you just my word. I have a closing disclosure.
I see that, but
and-
see, I have no other history of the house, other than what you're saying it's worth.
Do you have any pictures?
I do not have pictures, but I'll tell you what, let's get my client on the line, who I thought was here, but let's see if I can get him on the line.
She's not a blonde lady, is she?
She's not.
That's the next.
That's the only person that's up. Yeah, we should get. we should get, Walter
Yeah, well,
sworn in and his comments.
Oh, we're getting, what do you have to say, Walt?
I can swear him in first.
I got to. Walt, you solemnly swear or affirm that the information you're about to give will be accurate to the best of your ability and truthful? To
Yes,
the
I
best of
do.
your ability to do so.
Yes, I do.
With your permission, Mayor.
Did she join us by call? That's cool.
Is she on there now?
He.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Mark, Peter Scagnelli, I'm before the board. And they have some questions. They're gonna ask you to swear in, okay?
Can you hear me, Mark?
If I may approach. Go ahead.
Mark, my name's Dan Kagan. I'm the chairman here. I'm going to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the information you are about to give will be given accurately and truthfully to the best of your ability to do so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
We'll leave it up here so he can hear.
You've had the time,
Mark, do you have any details about the purchase of the house, the condition the house was in, or how long it was on the market, or anything to that effect?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
Do you have any information about the sale of the house, how long it was on the market, the reason for the selling, that type of thing?
Not much. I don't know how long it was on the market. She bought the house with her boyfriend, I guess, and they split up shortly after they bought the house. And from my understanding, she had it for 5, 6 years, 7 years.
Sounds good. Eric, did you have anything else?
Do you know
Hold
what,
on, Mark.
is it Mark or?
Mark, yeah.
Mark, do you know what, the previous owner had paid for the house?
Happy to know.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what the previous owner had paid for the house?
Approximately 445.
Okay, so they sold it for what you basically bought it for?
Yeah.
Walter's gonna be able to give us that exact number, I bet.
What was what?
is there any other information you have on the house at all that, it wasn't a distress sale or anything of that nature?
It was not a distress sale.
So the house wasn't on the market for long, or how long was it?
You don't know?
We don't know.
Okay.
We can ask again, but.
It was on, from my understanding, there was 3 other houses on the street all for sale. They were all on the market for at least a year. But I can't give you exact dates. I can't give you anything exact.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any questions for Mark? Okay, thank you very much. Good help.
All right, Mark, I'll call you back after I'm done here, okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right, no problem. Fine. That's Walter.
Okay, Walt, and would you like to give us your reasoning?
Yeah, the house originally sold for $433 back in, which I made a copy of that. $433, $500 back in 14. Shortly after that, a deed came through. I'm assuming it was for a separation or divorce, selling the house to one of the owners. So that came through in 16. And that was, of course, there was no sale price, there wasn't anything, it's not just a separation, it was split up, so, and that was the last sale. Then she had it for a few years and sold it for $440. I ran it through my list of comparable assessments, and I have quite a few properties that, this is a very large house, 4,000 square feet is exceptionally large. Most of them are 2,600, 3,000, 3,200 is typical, but 4,000 is kind of excessive and is pushing it. And it seems to be still in very good condition. So I attached a copy of my comparable assessment sheet, which is 5 other houses in the neighborhood with their assessments. And I also have pile of photographs here for you, interior photographs of the whole house for you to look at.
Okay.
So you can review it, and
What was the house built for?
the house was built in 1989.
Okay.
Mr. Smead, what are the comparable addresses, please?
65 Robinwood, 12 Amity Point, 9 Bear Brook, 17 Bear Brook.
You're going fast. 65 Robinwood,
Yep, 12 Amity Point,
12 Amity,
8 Bear Brook,
8 Bear, B-E-A-R,
BEAR, 17 Bear Brook, and 70 Robinwood. Those are all large homes, 3,500 square feet to 4,200 square feet, built around the same time. Some a little newer.
Is the exterior of your house, is that shingle or is?
It's not my house.
I apologize. Is the exterior of the house, is that wood or is it the wood sided?
Hey, Walter, and your comparables, are they, well, I guess I'll look at them myself.
Yes, 39-year-old house.
They're mostly wood-sided houses, as much as I can find.
Oh, you think about it, a new house at 4,000 square feet is probably gonna be 6, 7, depending on the amenities, it could be $800,000.
Yeah, that's an old house though, at that
Yeah,
size.
It's an old house, it's 39 years old.
I'm saying, I can see the,
I don't know if you're gonna spend
Probably has-
$550,000 on a 40-year-old house. 30-year-old house.
39 years.
Maybe if you were to build it, to spec.
Yeah.
And depending on what, you're talking about fixtures, granite, countertops, what do you do in the kitchen, what do you do in the bathrooms?
I mean, it's a good location. It's bottom of a
Yeah, I
cul-de-sac,
realize
it's a
that.
good sized lot. It's very, very little traffic.
Anything else you'd like to?
Well,
say?
I think the best indicator, and you've heard this a million times, I'm sure, of a fair market value is what a buyer and seller. I trust Mr. Reith answered your outstanding questions about, was it distressed, was it on the market a particularly long time? It's a 4-bedroom, living room, dining room, kitchen. There's no, it's not an in-ground pool, whatever the other amenities might be that would jack it up.
Deck primarily.
Okay, I would argue though that the money would be more in the amenities like a pool, a brand new kitchen, bathrooms.
It's all original equipment in the house.
Yeah. So, I guess, if you have no other questions, I won't take up any more of your time.
Yeah, I think
I believe I believe the purchase price is a good indicator of fair market value.
Good enough. We'll discuss that, we'll revert and we'll notify
Okay.
you or the client.
All the contact information's on the front page of this. Okay,
Thank you very much.
sure.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Get some new lawyer jokes.
I beg your
Get some
pardon?
new lawyer jokes.
They hand them out when they admit you into practice, and I was admitted to practice January 27, 1989, so.
That's right when the house was built. So
Uh,
how old you are.
Yeah, right. Right.
Did you build the house? No.
That I know. That I can't do.
Thank you very
All
much
right.
for coming.
Good luck to you all.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.